To be fair, I'm 43 and I've still got hope of playing. That's it. No, I've been.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Total Sport. And today we've got something completely different. One, you'll notice that I'm in a completely new background. Please don't worry about that. It's going to be changing all the time at the moment. But we are joined by Glyn Sparks, who is what we haven't had on the channel before, is a mascot for Scunthorpe United, I believe it is. So, Glyn, first off, how are you during these current times?
Missing football, missing the games. Obviously, I'm getting to watch them, but I'm not getting to be at the ground, which is obviously most important for a mascot, really, I suppose. But yeah, it is. It's just getting used to it all, isn't it? It's just the new norm now, and let's get through this season and see what next year brings, really.
Yeah, exactly. So, talk to me firstly about your love of football. I mean, were you always a Scunthorpe United fan growing up?
Yeah, started watching in 1984. First game as ball boy was in 86. We played Wolverhampton Wanderers, and I was put at the away end, and I was petrified when they scored, and they all jumped on the pitch. And I just sat there and shaked, really, to be fair. That was the year Wolves had Andy Much and Steve Bull up front, and they were superb. But yes, that was my first game as ball boy in 86, and then became a programme seller, and then I worked in the club shop, and then I've done a bit of everything down at that ground.
Yeah, so truly a clubman in my opinion. I didn't know all of this beforehand, so it's amazing to hear like you've been involved with the club for so long. Mascotting, when you first got asked about being a mascot, what was your reaction?
Well, what it was I do a fair bit of running. I do a lot for charity. I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But what happened was we got. I was doing Great North, and I'd done it for about 3 or 4 years, and I wanted to change it up a little. And I contacted the club and said, "I'm thinking about doing Great North. I'm doing it for a local charity, and I'm thinking about doing it in fancy dress. What's the chances of borrowing Scunny Bunny?" And they said, "No problem at all." And that's how it was left. And then I got a phone call, "Can you help us out?" And I felt guilty saying anything else. And I became Honey first. So for 2010, live on time, my first game was Scunthorpe v Burnley, and I was Honey Bunny. So I was a female mascot. And then for 2 years, I helped out as Honey Bunny. And then Jerry, who was a mascot, was ill for a while. So I took over from Jerry. And then Jerry just works behind the scenes doing different things, helping with groundsmen on match days, helping supporters on away days with buses, and he's left me to it. So I've just taken over the role.
That's amazing. Talk to me about running. It's probably a massive part of being a mascot. You have to have the energy. Would you say that it helped you?
No. Basically, I mean, when you think about races, I mean, my time for a half marathon, my personal best time for a half marathon is 1:32. But when it comes to running in a mascot, it's 2:18. And for a marathon, I've done London Marathon in the outfit as well a couple of times. My best time for a marathon is 3:28. In the outfit, it's 5:18. It's quite a long time.
Yeah.
In the outfit, yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. So in terms of being a mascot, obviously there's a lot of different things that you have to do. What is talk to me through, obviously it's been a while since you've obviously had to do it. But talk me through like a daily routine on a normal Saturday match day.
Right. So on a match day, my dad he's worked on the door at Scunthorpe for over 30 years. So he's worked there as well. So he goes to the ground for about 11 o'clock. And then I'd go and meet him later on, but I take my daughter. My daughter works in the club in the office, so it's a family business. She works in the ticket office. So I take my daughter, but we're there for 1 o'clock. Then I get the list from a club, and they say this is so and so's birthday. You need to go and see them. Roughly know where they are, and then if I've got other jobs to do or certain places to be at certain times, I have a list. And then what happens? Get ready for 2. I'm ready and outside for 2 o'clock. I walk around, go to the iron bar where the kids are outside, the parents are in the bar. I'd say that really, but yeah. But it's all fenced off, so it's okay. There's no traffic. So get out there, meet everyone outside, and get into the ground for roughly 2:20. But I'll go upstairs first into the restaurant and do the walk around. So we do the tables, going around, see all the people who are the sponsors. Usually have photographs and a bit of abuse from them all. And then get into the ground. You get in, go inside, walk around, meet people, go and sometimes there's groups of kids, whether come from a school or something, and you go up to them and climb up the stands. If you see the mascot climb the stands, they absolutely think it's hilarious because it's uncomfortable to watch, obviously, but they think it's great. So yeah, all different things like that, really. Then when we do entertainment, so halftime, we've got the halftime entertainment, where I'll come out and we'll do we call it the iron triathlon. So what the iron triathlon is, they curl the ball in from the corners, trying to score from a corner. Then we do a crossbar challenge, and then it's the head on the pole, spin round 10 times, and then try and score past the bunny.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Well, yeah, and obviously before kick-off, we meet with the mascots, and then run the players out, and we go for a lap around the pitch. And yeah,
that's cool. That's really cool. Well, it must be like it sounds like really good. It's a good laugh. I mean, but
absolutely.
In terms of like people are meeting the mascot and not, it must be weird, like being able to like interact with people, but not be Glyn.
You can get away and have a laugh with so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun and games.
Definitely. So talk to me about sort of like the mascot community. I mean, I can imagine there can just be like, because I've seen obviously the running, there's a running one at the cricket mascots, I think. But I don't know what the mascot community is like with the football.
Right. We have our own little group chat. We've got, there is a Facebook one, there's a WhatsApp one, so we keep in touch. We've done with so many different events up and down the year. I mean, obviously it's been the last year and a half, 2 years, there hasn't been, but there's so many different things where you can go do the mascot races. We do things with Nickelodeon. So there's always something where there's a chance for us to try and meet up if we can. And there's quite a few different events.
That's amazing. It's so cool like how you can just like have this one role and then you can create so many different like mates and stuff out of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I saw in your Facebook profile picture that you had with Jeff Stelling. What's going on there?
That was. Can you remember when Jeff was doing the walk around the UK and he was doing all the?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Grounds. Me and Donny Dog did the walk both in the outfits. I was just having a break. That's why I took the out. But yeah, so we did the walk with Jeff. Ian Botham came along on that day with us. He joined us. So yeah, we had a real good day. I mean, we had the Scunthorpe chairman walked it with his wife. So it was fantastic.
That's amazing. Must be a really, really good experience as well. In terms of like, for yourself in the future, is being the mascot the big term thing for you, or do you want to like go and do things behind the scenes, go and experience everything at Scunthorpe United?
To be fair, I'm 43 and I've still got hope of playing. That's it. No, I've been. I'd love to. I mean, I just wasn't good enough. I was 5'8" and a goalkeeper. It never was going to work. Oh, not good. So yeah, I get to go and goal at half time, I suppose.
That's the best thing.
But yeah, I'll do anything with the club. I know that I'll do everything to help out. And if they said to me, "Can you actually do the talking?" We've got James who does all the talking on the pitch side, and he does that. But if he wasn't there and we had someone else to do the mascot, I'd happily jump in and do that, no problem. So that's the only other thing I could do really at the club.
Yeah, it's amazing. And it must be really cool, like in terms of like you have your dad there and yourself and your daughter. Is it something like when you do it as a family, it's sort of a connection thing, and it just sounds brilliant. How is that, like being with all your family?
It's quite funny. I mean, especially if we go to away games. I mean, I remember I'm going back a few years now. So Amy was before she was working there. She was young, and we went to Plymouth. I mean, long journey from Scunthorpe, obviously, and we was playing. We got card games. Amy got the whole bus playing on the different games, and it was the community. But all come, it's brilliant. So everyone gets to know who everybody is. That's one good thing about a smaller club.
Yeah, amazing. So, well, just to finish off, in terms of like your mascot experience, what has been the pinnacle moment for you?
I think I did the Great North run one year, and it was a team called Team North. And what happened was Team North took on Team South. Team South went. They had Ewan Thomas as their captain, and we had Mel C. And they did the Portsmouth 10 miler. We did the Great North run, and we had to say who could raise the most money for charity. With Team North, we got to spend a day training with Mel C. And then we got to meet Mel C properly afterwards, and I mean, it's a big celebrity. Mel, Spice Girl. That's probably one of the highlights. But I've had to meet so many celebs doing so many different things. It's been unbelievable. So, bit of celebrity spotting there, yeah, superb. But it helped me raise. I'll be honest, I've raised over £50,000 for different charities, and I think that's probably the pinnacle. To be fair.
It's amazing. Well, yeah, brilliant work, and continue what you're doing. I mean, it's brilliant that just by dressing up in an outfit and running around, you can do so much good in the world.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, this lockdown, I did go the local town, not through Scunthorpe, the local village, sorry, near where I live. I did the walk around when it was first started, just to cheer the kids up, and that was all coming out to meet me, and it was just nice to see smiles.
That's amazing, and that's brilliant. So yeah, thank you so much, Glyn, for coming on. In terms of charities and stuff that you've raised money for, what would you recommend that the listeners and the watchers go and check out?
It really will be a case to see what I'm doing next, because I haven't been not done anything this year, to be fair, because there's been so many different ones going on. It's just jumping on the bandwagon, I think. So yeah. There's enough to do at the moment. So I mean, anything to do with the NHS, obviously, at the minute, but I will be doing something next year.
Amazing. Well, we'll definitely promote it and help hopefully raise some more money. But yeah, thank you very much. And for everyone at home, go and check out Glyn's stuff with the mascots and all that good stuff. And we will see you in the next video. Ta-da.